and welcome to week 24, activity 1. Because this is your first activity this week, we are going to be introduced to our high frequency words. For this activity, you will need your Foundations notebook, your writing tool, a growth mindset, and you are going to sit in the writing position. In your Foundations notebook, if you have not already set up your week 20. This is week 26. Set up your notebooks for week 26. 24 chapter. Go ahead and pause the video and do that now. Before we get started on our high frequency words, I want to ask you a question. Do you have your materials ready? Have you set up week 26? We are not on week 24. I think I said the wrong week in the video just now, but we are indeed in week 26. Week 26 is Read Across America week, and we are going to travel on this road trip through our country, United States of America. So we've got to get started and learn these words so we can find these words in the story. Today, I will not be stopping in Edpuzzle at every single word, but I will be stopping sometimes, just to make sure you're still in the game. At the end, I will want you to push record on the Edpuzzle and read me your words. As soon as you do that, push submit, and I'll know you're on your way to turn in your Reading Foundations evidence. All right? This week, we're going to do a lot of fun activities with these words, so be sure you get them down on day 1 in your activities chart because you're going to need to break some codes. Hint, hint, there's a game coming. Let's get started, shall we? So let's follow the routine we use to learn new words. First thing we do is look at the word. The word is wanted. Say the word, wanted. Thank you. Let's spell this word out loud. Look at the word as you tell me the letter names in this word. Go ahead, do it with me. W-A-N-T-E-D. Say the word again. Wanted. I have you say it again because I want you to focus on the sounds, not just the letter names. We really don't make the word with W-A-N-T. That really doesn't help me. But wah, I know that what makes that spelling. Ed. You got it? I just gave you the sounds. Pick up your writing tool and blend to write the sounds you hear in want, ed. Do you hear that suffix ed? Begin. Blend to write. We're listening. I'm listening. Your neighbor's listening. Want, ed. Remember, you're looking at the paper as you say the sounds you're writing in that word. Wanted. Check your word against the screen. If you need to stop, just pause the video and stop. We're going to go on. If you have an error and you spotlight it, I might be happy. The next word. Look at the word. The word is above. The sky is above the earth. Let's spell this word out loud. Look at the word with me as we say the letter names. Go ahead. A-B-O-V-E. Say the word again. Above. This time for the sounds, I want you to clap out the syllables you hear in this sound. Go ahead. Clap it out. I didn't do it because I want to hear you do it. Now let's do it together. The word is above. Clap out the syllables. Above. 2 syllables. What is the first syllable in above? Look at the word as you tell me it. What is the second syllable in above? In above. 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 Rhymes with love. Do you see that that's why it rhymes? It's spelled with that same irregular spelling for that sound. Above. Take your writing tool and blend to write the sounds you hear in each syllable in above. And remember, you know how to spell that irregular spelling because you know how to spell love. Begin. I'm listening. Thank you. Of. And say of. Pull that O-V-E spelling for of. Good job. Check your word against the screen, and remember, spotlight those errors. If you need to, pause it. Thank you. Before we start this word, I want you to pay attention. Pencils are down. Pencils are down. I will wait until you put your pencil down. I know you can copy the screen. I don't want you to, because you're not going to be able to do the task if your pencil is up writing right now. Listen to me really quick, and then we'll do it, okay? That's why I covered up that word. Did you notice that? I have tricks. Thank you for putting your pencil down. So this word is once. Say the word as you look at it. Once. Say the word. Once. Once upon a time. Spell this word. Think about the sounds these letters usually make. Once. O-N-C-E. Once. What do you notice? What do you wonder? I hear the word one in once, right? But I read on. That's irregular right there. What about the C-E spelling? Is that a k sound? Goodness, no, not. If that C is followed by I-E or Y, it says S. That's cedilla C. That's the regular sound for the C-E spelling is S. All right, pick up your writing tool and blend to write once. Now you may pick up your tool, Gabriel. Thank you for waiting for me. Once. Once. Check your word against the screen. If when you were blending to write once, you wrote O-N-E for one, that's okay. Spotlight that error, and then you can map that in your brain. All right, if you need to, pause the video and spotlight your errors and then write it correctly next to it. Don't just squeeze it in there, because then you're not going to have a good copy. You want to spotlight the error and write it correct, the whole word next to it. All right, here we go. The word is along. Say the word. Along. My dog came along when I went for a walk. Along. Means to go with, right? Come along. Go with me. So let's clap out the syllables we hear in this word. Along. And I wanted to do that before we look at the word and spell the word. Now you can see the word. Along. Spell the word now. Tell me the letters in the word. Go. A-L-O-N-G. Along. Do you see what we clapped out? Long. Long. Pick up your writing tool and write along as you're saying along. Don't look at the screen. Now I don't want you to look at the screen. Now check your word against the screen. Do you have the correct spelling for the sound you need in each syllable in along? All right, let's go on. The next word is myself. I think we've had this word before, or we had himself or herself. This is a compound word, myself. Did you notice that? So look at the word. Tell me the first word in this compound word, myself. My. Spell my. M-Y. What's the second word? Self. Spell self. S-E-L-F. You got each myself? Pick up your writing tool and blend to write myself. Myself. And I'm going to write it together because I know it's a compound word. Two words that come together to make a new word. No letters popped out, so it's not a contraction. Next word. Look at the word. What do you think this word is? P-I-E says pie. Is this word pie? Goodness, no. I would like a piece of pie. That's how I remember how to spell this word, because I see pie, P-I-E. But this word is piece. Say the word. Piece. A piece of it. A part. Spell this word out loud with me. P-I-E-C-E. Say the word again. Peace. Look at the word as you say the sounds in peace. E-S. Do you notice how the E sound is spelled? Spelled with that I-E, isn't it? That's one of the sounds of that chunk. And then we have that S spelling for C-E, don't we? Or the spelling of the S sound is C-E again. Just like in the first word you had. Pick up your writing tool and blend to write piece. Begin. And this word means a piece, a part. Let's move on, shall we? Check your word against the screen. If you need to stop, go ahead and stop. Oh, my gosh, that's a big long word. How will we ever get it? What kind of word is this? The word is something. What kind of word is this? If this word is a compound word like you just said it was, what are the two words that make this word? Some and thing. Good job. Pick up your writing tool. You know how to spell some. You know how to spell thing. Pick up your writing tool and blend to write this compound word, something. Begin. I'm just listening. I already wrote it. All right, check your word against the screen. Here we go. What do you notice? What do you wonder? I don't even want to say this word. I want to test your Flexit skills. Blend to read this word. What did you do before you blended to read? I really hoped you looked at the whole word. Remember we used to do that thing? We're going to review that a little bit because some of us are not doing that. If I review the whole thing, I notice this right here. Final stable syllable BLE says bowl at the end of the word. Not bowl, boo, right? I also notice what? That this is an open syllable if I was to cover up that BLE. That's why I kind of did. I know that A is on the end by himself. He's open. That makes him say a long A sound. So if you blended to read this as table, your brain should have automatically said, oh my goodness, I should have noticed. That's indeed what word? Table. Clap out the syllables you hear in table. Go. Pick up your writing tool and blend to write the sounds you need in each syllable in table. Remember, syllables are chunks. Go. Table. Did you use the correct spelling for the bull sound? End of a word. Final stable syllable be bull. Too easy, right? First grade skills. Popping back up. Show what you know so we can use what you know to grow. Because tomorrow the word might be tablecloth. Wow. Here we go. If you need to, pause it to correct your work. What do you notice? What do you wonder? I don't want to tell you the word. I want you to use our skills. Some of you are waiting for me to give you too much. I notice this chunk, and then I notice the rest of the word. This usually says E, but if I read this, I know this word is not the, because I know how to spell the or the, right? So this sound is making an irregular sound in this word. This word is they. So because this word is they, what sound is this chunk making? The A sound. But the word is they. And I think Camille Ontiveros learned this word last week in her readings with me. They. And we noticed how it's different. Pick up your writing tool and blend to write the irregular sound you hear for the A sound in they. Actually, blend to write the whole word. A. Begin. A. And I have a question. What part of this word is irregular? Okay, I hope you checked that word against the screen before we went on. If not, you know how to back up. Look at the word. What do you notice? What do you wonder? We have this word again. Clap out the syllables in this word. The word is again, if you didn't notice that already. We've had this many. Again. Again. If I read this, I'm going to say again. And my brain's going to hear again because I'm going to read it out loud. I'm going to blend to read out loud. And my brain knows the word again. Even if it didn't know how to read it, when I blend it, and even if I make the wrong sound a little bit, my brain's going to say, hey, that's again. Read it again and make these sounds. Instead of again, Flex it. But I can't flex it if I'm not blending to read out loud. Do you hear me, Jasmine? Do you hear me, Nathan? Do you hear me, everybody? There's a reason we're doing this. Our brain wants to hear us. Our internal voice. Go. Pick up your writing tool and blend to write again. Again. And you may have noticed we didn't follow our regular routine because we've done this word about 4 times already using that routine. Now we've got to get automatic. As Nathan says, we need some automaticity. Spotlight your errors if you made them. If not, let's go on. So that's all of our words today. You may have noticed that today our words were not in alphabetical order on your list. I might have done that on purpose because your task this week is to put them in alphabetical order. I know you can do it. Right now, I want you to, well, actually, it's going to pause for you, and you're going to see a microphone option, and you are going to read your words to me. That is your final exit ticket for this Ed puzzle. All right? Toodaloo, Tigers. You do know what to do when you're done reading me these words in Ed puzzle. You are going to move on to your what? Seesaw journal, turn in your evidence, and then move on to your reading stations. See ya, Tigers. Let's make it count this week as we road trip across America.